Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here. And in today's video, I'm going to answer a viewer question. Why can't I get a quick settlement offer on my injury case if I'm handling it myself? It seems like they're jerking me around. So, this isn't going to be a really long video. If you watch some of my other videos, you probably can already figure out the answer. When a person is unrepresented, it's called pro se. It's a Latin term for, you know, basically means you're representing yourself, you don't have a lawyer. It is like, I guess in New York, I don't know if they still do it these days, but in New York, they have all those chess boards set up in Central Park, and guys hustle games of chess, right? And they play speed chess. And, you gamble money. And if you're not going to gamble money, the guy who's on the board isn't going to play with you. They're only going to gamble for money. Well, when you get injured and you are representing yourself, it's like you're going up there, and the money you're gambling is the money that you would get in your injury case if you can prove it, right? So that's the money you're gambling, and they already have a debt to you. So you're basically like, you owe me X, and they're like, let's play a game for it. And you really have no choice. You have to play the claims game. The problem is they are in the park every day beating injured people at claims chess, right? Every day. They know all the tricks. They make their decisions quick because they do the same thing every time, right? It's like I always say, like when I was rehabbing my house and I was doing drywall work, now look, my drywall work came out great, okay? But it took me probably 3 or 4 times as long to do the drywall work as somebody who does it every day or does it regularly. A guy who does it every day probably took me 10 times longer than a guy like that. I've seen some YouTube videos of these guys who are drywallers, and man, they bang out huge sections of walls and corners and everything like nobody's business. It took me longer. I got a great outcome, but because I'm new at it, I'm not as good at it, and it takes me way longer. The problem is the claims chess game is like this. You miss a deadline, they are agile and they're making moves, and you're frozen in place trying to decide what to do next. And chess is a lot like a claims or an injury case, okay? Because there's so many wrinkles, there's so many moves, there's so many permutations of things that you can do. If you're in there for the first time or the second time ever in your life, and they've done 1,000 claims, 2,000 claims, if we hold to the analogy of the chessboard, if you played chess twice and the guy you're playing has been making money playing chess for 15 years, who do you think is going to win that chess game? And more importantly, how far into the chess game do you want to be before you decide to hire somebody to step in and play the game for you? Because claims, the claims game and chess are the kinds of games that the further into the game you get, options start coming off the table. Your initial choices or lack of choices will affect how the claim goes into the future. Now, that's not to say that I don't come in on cases later in the game and win them for people, because I do it all the time. But what I'm saying is the earlier I'm involved in a case to help people, the more I can help them. And the more peace of mind they have because they know what's what. They know early on, I'm like, well, Scott says I should do this because if I don't, then X. And I should not do that thing because then Y. You don't have to worry about it. You're not sitting in the seat where you got to make the decision in 30 seconds or less, or 10 seconds or less, or however long it is, right? I'll do it for you. Or you can, whoever your lawyer is should be doing it for you. They just need to know how it all works and how the game is played. So, I do talk to people, probably at least a dozen people every year who call me, and they're nice people. I would say they're evenly split between people who say, look, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I don't want to have to go to court. I don't want to sue anybody. They're nice people. And they just thought by being nice with the insurance company, they wouldn't be in the middle of a chess game they don't know how to play. And it's unfortunate that's how it goes. And insurance companies love it when you do that because They know they can beat you at will. And a lot of people just give up and walk away with no compensation. They let their deadlines pass, or maybe they didn't even know about their deadlines. They let their deadlines pass, and then that's that, and that's that. The other 50%, I would say, are people who are like, oh, lawyers make too much money. Oh, I don't want to pay a lawyer 20% fee on my workers' comp, or a third or 40% on my third party car crash, dog bite, bar fight, nursing home, whatever it is, medical malpractice, fall down. Lawyers make too much money. They just sit in their office and cash checks. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not true. And I do represent a fair amount of people with that attitude, and it often turns into, they think they know better. They still want to direct the case after they hire me, and they resent having to pay the attorney's fee. And that's why I don't hard sell anybody. I'm like, listen, if you can't tell that I know what I'm doing, and you don't trust that I have your interests at heart, then I shouldn't represent you. You should represent yourself, which I don't recommend, or have somebody else who you like better or who you trust more represent you. But, when you're in that mindset of, I don't want to pay a fee at the end of the case, you don't pay lawyers like me up front. We only get paid if we win your case for you. And then it's, a contingency fee. It's 20% on workers' comp cases usually, and a third, sometimes 40% on third-party cases like car crash, dog bite, bar fight, nursing home, med mal, fall down, stuff like that. But, you know, I earned my money, believe me. I earned my money. Most lawyers do. It's not the gravy train you think it is. And the expertise and the ability to get you more money and a better outcome and fix problems, and most importantly, get you out of that chess table. Your lawyer sits down there and plays chess against people, and we can beat them. Okay? So, Reader's Digest, moral of the story is, handling your own injury case is almost always a mistake. So, you're going to get more money and you're going to have way less stress and way more peace of mind if you've got a lawyer who communicates with you, who's experienced, knows what they're doing, will explain things to you, and explain to you why they want you to do something. That's what you need. That's what I would want for me. That's what I would want for a family member if something like that went down. So, in the smoothest segue in the history of YouTube videos, if you or anyone you know has been injured and needs a lawyer, I represent injured people in every kind of injury case. I offer a free consultation, and you can call me or refer me a case at this phone number anytime, day or night. Literally, the phone is going to get picked up by somebody trained by me to get basic information from you, and then me or somebody from my office will call you back. The phone number is 312 500 4500, 312 500 4500. Okay to call if you just have a question. It's perfectly okay. But after all, I'm going to prioritize the cases for people who need representation, because that's how I make a living. There's only so many people I can talk to on the phone who just want me to answer their questions. If you have questions, I have alternatives to you just calling me. I mean, you can always call me, that's fine. But I created 2 really cool tools that are on my website. They're completely free to use, no obligation. And one is called the Case Cash Calculator. It tells you what your settlement value might be in your case. And then I have the Good Case Calculator. The cool thing, it tells you whether you might have a good case or a challenge in your case. The cool thing about these is literally takes you 10 or 20 seconds to answer 7 multiple choice questions off the top of your head. So you don't have to go look at your paperwork, off the top of your head. And it gives you custom information about your particular situation. Free, no obligation, no lawyer to talk to. And I am getting people love these. I'm getting so many people sending me emails, leaving messages in the comments section about how much they love these tools, how it helped them, and they appreciate the information. they appreciate the help. So if you're intrigued at all, give them a try. They're free to use. You can use them as many times as you want. You can share them with friends. They're there as a tool that I created for injured people. Now, the other thing is I created these. These are not from this is not some commercial tool that some computer guy made. These are ones that I made myself for you. So uh, people are really enjoying them and appreciate like the information they're getting out of them. So check them out. Links in the description. You know, I have over 300 injury videos on my YouTube channel, so check out my YouTube channel. You can search my channel with your question. There's probably already a video that covers your situation, but if there isn't and you want a custom video, go to the comments section and ask me to shoot a custom video on your situation and explain what the issues are. Word of warning though, don't post too much personal information on the internet because the insurance company and the defense attorney could find it. So be careful about that. If you have private or sensitive information, it's better to do a phone call at 312-500-4500, okay? And I keep all the videos anonymous, so it shouldn't be a big deal, alrighty? So what else? You know, if you appreciate the information and the help that I give to injured people, there's a way that you can help me. I'm not going to ask you to send me money, don't worry. I need as many 5-star reviews on Google as I can get, and if you wouldn't mind leaving me one, if you appreciate the information, or you're a current or former client, or you're somebody I gave a consultation to, it would really help me out, and I make it really easy to do. There's a link in the description. All you do is go to that webpage, takes you right to the review page, you click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. Literally takes you 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, but it would be a huge favor to me and I'd really, really appreciate it. And only do it if you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to do it. We're still friends, and I still have all those videos on my channel, and you can always feel free to call me with any situation you've got going on. Again, my number, 312-500-4500. Feel free to give me a call if you got anything going on. Otherwise, I hope you and your family have a beautiful day, and take care. Bye-bye.